This is Garrick Myths. My name is Apollo. We are playing Zombicide Black Plague, Quest 7, The Dead Trail. In this quest, what we need to do is get all the objectives. In the objectives, there is the blue and the green objective. When we get the green objective, it'll allow us to access the yellow vault. When we get the blue objective, it'll allow us to access the purple vault. And a secondary thing we need to do is get both vault items. And then the third thing we need to do is get all our survivors to the exit alive. At the end of each survivor's turn, they can leave as long as there are no zombies in that zone. Now, my plan here is I think I'm going to try to open both of these doors to begin with. And then I'm going to send some survivors this way. Maybe open this door as well. But mainly I want to try to get him over here. Because if a necromancer spawns in this zone, he's going to quickly escape. And that's going to be a problem. He might spawn over in one of these earlier zones as well. Or earlier area buildings that I hit. So it may be less of an issue. But we'll see. I think this quest usually takes a while to do and usually involves leveling up pretty fast. So we'll see how it's going. Like I usually do, I randomly selected the order for this. Since I want to open both of those vaults or both of those buildings, I loaded up the first 4 with melee weapons. So this time we got Anne, Clovis, Samson, Baldric, Nelly, and then the last one is going to be Silas. So let's get started. All right, so Nelly's going to go first. Maybe. Oh yeah, there she is. Okay, she's going to step over and try to open this door. She does. So let's see what's in there. And again, when I open the doors, my plans may change. So we're going to open that door, and again, I'm going to work from the back to the front. So in the back farthest room, there is a walker. And then in the other one, there's a walker. Okay. Usually I would just go in there, but like I said, I need to kind of get moving over here. And so Anne's going to go ahead and step back with the group. Next one up is Clovis. Clovis is going to step, and he's going to try to open that door. And he's going to fail. And I'm going to go ahead and start him walking that way just in case. And then, sorry, I went ahead and rolled. Samson's going to step. He's going to open that door. And we're going to spawn from the back and go all the way. So we're going to go, I'll just lay him out and we'll see. So again, starting from the farthest room here, this one, and then we got a necromancer. Okay, so that may change me going over here since there's going to be a necromancer up here. I can use him to get rid of this one. So that room, and then we'll go this room and the corner room. Oh man, look at all these necromancers. All right, there, and then there. Wow. Okay, that's a lot of necromancer. I'm getting rid of all the necromancer cards in the first couple rounds. All right, so let's lay these out. So in the first room, there's nobody, and then the necromancer appears, and he brings along with him a runner. Okay. Necromancer runner. And then there's a walker in the next room. Okay. And then I went down here. There was nobody. And then I went here. And that's a necromancer. So he takes a step. Another necromancer. He takes another step. What do we got? A runner. Okay. 2 walkers. And the necromancer. Okay, so like I said, things will change depending on what shows up here. So I don't need to run over in this area. So Samson, he stepped, he hit. He's going to go ahead and just step in this room. Baldric is going to go ahead and trade with Nelly to get his Mana Blast spell. First action. Second action, third action, he has 1 free cast with his spellcaster. So he's going to go ahead and cast. He will get a 4 So he will remove one of these zombies. All right. And then Nelly. So I think I do want to try to open this up while I'm still blue. So 1, 2, 3, 4. She's going to go over there with her extra move action. Silas, 1, 2, and then he is going to shoot his bow. 2 or better for him. So he has a +1 range to hit. And I got a 3, and he's going to take out that walker. Let's reset. Somehow, some of these people's boards did not get reset. Let's see. Nelly hasn't done anything yet, so she's at 0. Silas has at 1. He's at 1. Okay, and Baldrick's at 1, 0, 0. Okay, everybody else is good. All right, let's go. So these guys step. Necromancer steps, and this runner runs up to me. Step, runner. Okay, not too bad. And then we're gonna spawn, and I'm gonna spawn. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start here, and then I'm gonna go around. Okay, so spawn, double spawn here. There's a double spawn over here. That spot, and then the Necromancer spot. Okay. He really wants to meet us. Okay, so starting here, and then we double spawn, a double spawn and no one, which brings us over here. We get a runner and a brute. Okay. Runner and a brute here. Good, good. And then over here we get another brute. Oh, I'll have to fix that. And then the spawn. All right. Here, let me fix the camera. Sorry. I don't think I put it in the same spot I usually do, and it's kind of I don't know. Anyway, hopefully I won't keep doing that. All right, moving on to the second person, Clovis. Clovis will 1, 2, and then he'll swing his hammer with 2 dice. He gets a +1 die melee, and he will miss. Samson will swing his sword twice, since there's 2 targets in the zone. He'll hit one. He's going to take out the Necromancer. Like I said, I'm going to take out this spawn zone. We'll worry about that one in the future. That's another one we want to take out. But let's deal with this. So that was 2 actions. Third action, he'll swing at the runner again. He'll miss that. Nelly, 1. Try to open this door. She's going to have 2 tries. Okay, miss. And miss. And then she's just going to wait. She'll try again next round. Silas. So Silas can shoot into his zone. He's got a pretty good chance of hit. He's going to go ahead and try that. His friends might not be happy about that if he misses, but he's going to try. Woo! He did not miss. Alright, so first action, he's going to shoot this runner in his zone. Second action, search. And he's going to get Dragon Bile. So we're halfway there. So speaking of living on a prayer here, Anne's going to go 1, 2, and search. And she gets a great sword. Awesome. 1, 2, and 3. And that's all of the survivors. Now it's a zombie turn. So these 2 walkers step. This guy runs around. Guy steps, step, and runs. Okay. And if Nelly isn't able to open this door next round, she's going to book it back to us, and we'll wait till everyone's leveled up more, I guess, to open that door. All right. So again, we're starting over here. Look who's back. Necromancer. Then over here, we got a couple of walkers. Abomination. and nothing. So if you wondered why I started searching instead of moving everybody just to go open that other door, that abomination is the reason why. I need to get the stuff to wipe him out. So let's go him, runner, over here, a couple walkers, abomination, and then nothing. All right. Okay. Samson's turn. Samson doesn't have any ranged attacks yet, so he will search. Plenty of arrows. He'll hand that to Silas. He'll go ahead and take the Dragon Bile and put that over here. I think that's all he's going to do. Baldric, he's going to search. Plenty of arrows again. Okay, not really used for him. That's one action. Second action, blast. He blasts that runner. So I haven't put any sound tokens in yet. I'll just start doing that. I'll probably forget halfway through, just because it'll be kind of obvious where people are going. But we'll just do it there. All right, Nelly. Nelly's trying to open this door here. So like I said, I'm gonna give her a couple of chances here. If she doesn't make it, she's gonna start running back. Okay, first try. All right, she got it. Again, we're gonna work our way from the farthest to the opening. So first one we're gonna spawn in here. Second one we're gonna spawn in there. Third one in here. Fourth one in here. Fifth one there. Double spawn in the X room. And then last spawn is in the room right by the door. Okay, so we get, going in order, get 2 walkers. Okay. We get another walker in this pillar room. Okay, and then we went over here. Got a brute. And then we went over here. Got another brute. Then we went to this room. And then we went to the X room. Got another walker. And then there. Okay, that wasn't too bad. So that was her first action. She's got 3 more actions available to her. So she's gonna 1, 2, 3. She's gonna book it back to the group, because before these things start overrunning her. All right, we got Silas. So Silas is gonna search. Get some armor. Now I wish I would have waited to do that trade with Samson. That's okay. He will step in as a second action. Third action, he will shoot that walker. And he'll get it with a 5. Alright. So, there's that. Okay. Alright. Anne. Anne is going to search. She's going to get another short sword. She's going to hand that short sword as her second action to Baldric. I'm going to take his plenty of arrows. I don't imagine he has any chance of ever using those. That's her second action. Third action, who else is in here? Samson. She will hand her old short sword to Samson. So he's dual wielding short swords at the moment. And that brings us to Clovis. Clovis, he will search. He gets lightning bolt. He will give lightning bolt. Well, actually, he will fire lightning bolt at this walker. Success. How are they doing? He'll hold on to it. He'll shoot it again. He'll shoot it at this walker here. No point in giving it to Baldric just yet. So that gives me a couple more sounds from a couple lightning bolts. Okay. And then it's a zombie phase. Alright, so zombies take a step. Running. So everybody outside the building. We'll start over here. This guy. Okay. This guy steps root. This walker is going to split to these two, and then these two are going to step up. Okay, and then we spawn. Alright, so a couple up here, one over here, and one in there. Alright, okay, in the first spot, we get no one and a brute. Down here, we get a walker. Over here, we get a runner. And then inside the building, we get the abomination, so he gets an extra activation. I do have Dragon Bile. I don't have a torch yet, so I do need to keep searching. And it's Baldric's turn. So, Baldric is gonna search. I don't know why I didn't give him that spell last time. And he's gonna pull an card. Alright. We love our finding a zombie. Let's pull these out of here. So that's his first action. Who's coming up behind him? Nelly. Second action. Actually, he'll just try to take it out. Second action, try to hit it. Yep, he does. And then third action, I think we're good. Okay, Nelly. 1, 2, search. It's her third action. She finds some leather armor. She'll just wear that. And fourth action, she will take Baldric's short sword, so she's dual wielding short swords. And, so he only has a mana blast right now. All right, Silas. Silas will search. He'll find a sword. Second action, step. Third action, hand the chainmail to Samson, and he will put his sword in his sword slot. Okay. And we'll search. Find another Dragon Bile. So we got 2 Dragon Biles, which is good. But we have no fire yet to take out, no torches to take out the abomination. Alright, Clovis. Clovis will search. Get some water. Okay, so again, I'm not trying to really level up here while I'm searching. So that's his first action. Second action, he will lightning bolt the walker. Got him. And then third action, he'll go ahead and trade Mana Blast and give Baldric lightning bolts. I mean, I know he should hold on to it so he can use it next round because he'll get his turn first, but I just don't want to forget to do that. I should have done that last round. All right, Samson. Samson's gonna search. He's gonna get a hand crossbow. So 3 of my people don't have ranged attacks. He's gonna hold on to it, and he's gonna trade with Anne. He's gonna give Anne the 2 short swords, and he's gonna take the great sword. Okay. All right. And that's the survivors. And now we got the zombies. They step. Out here. This guy. Brute. Runner. Walker steps out of the building. These come together. These 2 walkers split. Okay. Well, looks like everybody. And now we'll spawn. So 2 over here. 1 over here. Double spawn to this zone. Double spawn inside the building. Okay. Probably got about 1, maybe 2. Well, probably 1 full spawn, and then I'm going to have to shuffle to finish the next one. All right, Walker and a Brute. Walker and a Brute. I noticed when I went back and watched some of the videos, I can actually see these shadows better than the names. It's kind of funny. Walker and a Brute. Double spawn. Over here we got a brute and another double spawn. Let me pick that one up. And then over here on the west in the building, a walker and 2 more walkers. Sounds like 3 walkers. All right, so 3 walkers. Okay. And it is Nellie's turn. There's a guy coming up on us. All right. So Nellie will search. She gets a death strike. That's her first action. Second action, she'll hand that death strike to Baldric. So now Baldric can kill brutes as well as runners, necromancers, and walkers. All right, that's her first action. I'm wondering if I should send her somewhere. But no, like I said, I'm not trying to XP. All right, so Silas is going to search. Repeating crossbow. Okay, who's going to get that? He's going to hand it to Anne as his second action. Take one of her swords and hand one of her swords over to Baldric as his third action. So Baldric has a melee weapon. All right, Anne's going to step 1. She's going to shoot her repeating crossbow at this runner. Get a 5 and 2 4s. That'll take out the runner. Okay. And then she will step back. All right. Clovis. Clovis will search. He'll get invisibility. So I don't know if I've talked about invisibility. Maybe I should do that now. Why in the other videos, whenever I found invisibility, it's kind of okay. So there are some different interpretations of how you can do invisibility. So what it says on there is once per turn, the targeted survivor benefits from the rotten skills effects until the end of the game round. If they attack or make noise, the enchantment is canceled. All right. So the way I had played that, and this is one way to interpret it, is there's actually 2 ways. Okay, so the way I played it is if you cast this either on yourself or someone else, then as long as you don't make any noise or make any attacks for the rest of the round, you will be invisible to the targets. And so that's really powerful because you could have somebody like Nellie running around the board. She gets to a point, she casts invisibility on herself, and everybody runs past her, and then she starts running on the board again. So that's a really powerful way to do it. And the rotten skill, what it says is at the end of his turn, if the survivor has not resolved a combat action and not produced a noise token, place a rotten token next to his base. As long as he has this token, he's totally ignored by all zombies, not considered a noise token. Zombies don't attack him, and they walk. Survivor loses this token if he resolves any kind of combat action or makes noise. Even with rotten token, the survivor still has to spend extra activation and move out to the zone. Okay, so a strict reading of that is if that you're actually kind of getting the rotten skill, and that means on your turn you cannot do anything that attacks or makes noise. So, which means like casting the spell makes noise, so you can't cast it on yourself. The other thing you can interpret is if you cast it on someone else, if they had made noise on their turn, then they would not be able to benefit from it. So you could basically only cast it on someone who hasn't yet, on this round, made any noise or any attacks. Because of that, it kind of, depending on the interpretation you take, kind of makes it sound not that great. So just to avoid all the confusion, and I noticed like in like Green Horde, the next version of this base game, they don't have invisibility. And I think that's part of the reason why is because they probably just kept getting people emailing them, asking them, how does this work? And they said, we don't even want to mess with that, even though, it's either really powerful or kind of worthless. And so I probably won't ever use it. I'll probably just end up discarding it. But I'll hold on to it because, I think if someone hasn't had any, someone just kind of like moved and you could still see them and they get kind of surrounded, you could hit them with invisibility under any interpretation, and they would be fine, I think. Well, the rotten thing says you get the benefit at the end of your turn. So some people say, well, if you cast it on someone who hasn't had their turn yet, then they will lose. They won't ever get it because, the round will already be over. Anyway, moving on. Just wanted to talk about that because I've been kind of going, every time I get it, I want to explain why. All right, we're on Samson's turn. He's going to search. All right, we got the torch. We got the bile. We can start dealing with that abomination. We don't need to search so much. I think what I want to do is kind of get at least one or two people over here, try to get this X, and then we'll start working our way the rest of the way. All right, we're on Baldric's turn. Baldric's going to search. He's going to get a dagger. He's going to hand that dagger to Anne. And Anne can put that in her body slot, and now she's back to rolling 2 dice for melee attacks. And he has no targets in sight. Okay, let's go. Necromancer, Brute, and Walker. This runner comes along. These guys step. Step. Runner. Step. 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 Okay, inside the building. These guys move. These 2 walkers come back together. And then we have these walkers over here. Okay, I think I got everybody. The next spawner to take out is going to be kind of a bit of a choice. I don't like this one in the building, but at the same time, I need to clear out the path to the exit. So we'll see. All right, butt spawning. Don't count your walkers until you kill them. All right, so we get a walker and a brute, a walker, and 2 walkers. Okay, so a lot of walkers here. Walker and a brute. Okay, first spot. Okay, walker and a brute. Next spot over, walker. Then up the top here, walker. And then inside the building, 2 more walkers. Okay, so I did play this one kind of recently, and I lost. I lost because the walkers got like 4 activations in one round, whipped around a corner and didn't shoot up my group. So that is something to be concerned about. So that their walkers are getting all spread out here. Okay, let's go Silas. He's going to search. Salted meat. That's his first action. He'll just put that in his backpack. Second action, he will step. Third action, he's going to shoot at this guy. The short bow rolls a 3, takes him out. Okay, he's up to 4. All right, Anne's turn. Anne's going to take a step. That's her first action. Second action, she's going to bloodlust in here. Take out this necromancer, hopefully. Okay, takes him out. And I think I'm going to remove the one near the exit. All right. So she takes him out, and then her third action, she can't take on that brute. She's going to step in this. She's going to go for this X. All right. Clovis. Clovis is going to search. He's going to get speed. Get speed. Want to use it on anybody? Maybe I'll bring Silas back into the building. Okay. All right, and then he'll go back ahead and re-equip Mana Blast. Samson. Samson will search, get another torch. So, and I forgot I had this torch. I'm wasting all these searches. Second action, give Baldric the torch. Actually, so he searched. First action. Second action, trade for the hammer. Might regret doing this. Third action, take the sword from Baldric and put one of the torches in his hand and put the other torch and the hammer in his backpack. Okay. And then Baldric's going to search with the torch. He's going to get another torch and bolts. Oh. He's going to hand the bolts, the hammer, and a torch to Nelly. Okay. You go back up, Anne, and he's going to put his Death Strike back in his hand. So he's got a pair of torches in his backpack. All right. So I do have a way over here of killing brutes with his Death Strike. So I'm going to get Nelly 1, 2, 3, 4 to get over here, and she'll be able to back up Anne. And then Anne has one of the Dragon Bile, so now they have a Torch Dragon Bile together. And then we have Torches and Dragon Bile in this group over here. Okay, let's activate the zombies. These two go, these two go. This guy goes out here. Step 1, 2. These guys move, and move. Inside this building, these two step out. Inside this building, these three move, and those move. And then we spawn. I probably will not have enough cards here, but we'll see. Yep, double spawn over here. 1, 2, 3. Oh, shoot. There's 2 over here now. All right, so let's double spawn there. Double spawn and double spawn. All right. So we'll have to shuffle here. Okay. This brute here, even though he's closer to Nelly and Anne, these guys are making more noise. So he's gonna go. They always go after. So their priority is sight first, and then loudest noise. So if they can see you, even if someone else, even some other zone has a lot more noise, they'll go after you if they can see you. But if they have 2 targets that they can see, they'll go after the noisiest of those 2 targets. So I wasn't too worried about them coming after Anne and Nelly. I was more worried about how I'm going to cut my way back, because it looks like there's a bunch of brutes. And that's why I wanted that hammer over there. Okay. All right. So this double spawn hit this zone. So this zone got a double spawn to the north, or sorry, to the west. Double spawn on you. All right. So this one's going to get 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So let's do these in order of how we spawned them. So over here, because we might run out of something, and then we got to activate. All right, so it looks like we got 3 walkers and a runner from the first time around. 3 walkers and a runner, and then this double spawn, and these 2 double spawns, and then we got a brute, another 3 brutes. 3 brutes. Okay. Now I'm feeling really good about sending that hammer over there. All right. 3 brutes. I think I'm going to have Nelly grab this X, because she can get it without leveling. So Anne is going to trade with her and grab all her stuff. I'm going to give Nelly the Torch and Dragon Bile. We should do some searching while she's at it. But I will take plenty of bolts for my repeating crossbow. Oh, I guess I already had plenty of arrows. That's all right. I'll take that. She'll arm up with the hammer. There. So that's her first action. Second action, she will go ahead and search. Get a hand crossbow. I will hand that to, as a third action, hand that hand crossbow over to Nelly. Okay. Sorry, I did not move this. So that was Anne's turn. Clovis. Clovis will search, hoping for another hammer or a crossbow. All right. He's got plenty of arrows. I'm gonna hand Silas the crossbow. I'm gonna take the short bow. Okay. Go ahead and put speed in Silas's hand, just because he has the room for it. And I will arm up with the short bow. And then I have a couple of food items here for XP. Okay, again, I'm forgetting the torches. Samson's gonna borrow a torch. First action from Baldric. Second action, and let's go ahead and have Baldric put his other torch in his hand. So I can have to do that next round. Second action, I'm gonna search. Dragon Bile and a dagger. Now, my dagger ladies are not here, so he'll just put that in his backpack. Okay, so that's second action. Third action, he'll hand one of the Dragon Biles and the dagger over to Baldric, so Baldric has a melee weapon. Actually, he'll hold on to the dagger, and he'll hand over his short sword. Okay. Baldric's turn. He will search. Get another torch. So I was complaining about not having torches, and now I got a plethora of torches. All right. And an axe. So he will, on his second action, hand one of the torches over to Silas. I'll put that speed back in his back pocket. He will hand the axe over to Samson. So Samson wants to dual wield the axe and the dagger. He can. And I will go ahead and put Death Strike back in my pocket, or back in my hand. Okay. Do not forget, we have torches. All right, Nelly. 1, 2. So that's just a regular objective. Her third action is to search. So she has a torch, so she gets to draw 2. Repeating crossbow, salted meat. She'll go ahead and put that repeating crossbow in her hand. That's her step, objective, search, fourth action, step back. All right. If I can double up Anne on the repeating crossbows, that might be nice. All right. Silas is going to search and get a shield and apples. He's going to hand the shield to Clovis. That's his second action. Third action, he'll hand the apples to Samson. Samson doesn't have any XP. All right. Okay. We're getting kind of boxed in here. Zombies activate. Boom. There's a runner in here. He's going to move. These guys are all going to go Okay, Walker. There's a runner. This group moves. Move, 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 move. Inside the building. These three move. I'm thinking I probably should start working my way towards Anne and Nellie, and then let's all group up and then start hitting stuff from there. All right. So on this one, first one, double spawn on the second spot. There. And then down here, we've got a runner. And then a double spawn back over here. And a double spawn again back over here. And another double spawn. God, I hate these double spawn chains. Let's keep double spawning. Okay. Double spawn here. Alright. So first time around. This first double spawn on the second double spawn gets a walker. Okay. First time around. This spot gets a runner. First time around. And over here we get a double spawn. So on this first one, double spawn, it gets a double spawn and nothing. On the second one, it gets a double spawn and a brute. Okay, and then coming back over to this spot here, we get a runner and a walker. And a walker. Okay. Late game, those double spawn chains can really get nasty. Alright. Clovis's turn. So I said, who's got the hair? Oh, he can't it off. I'm going to one action. Well, yeah, let's just. He's going to step. He's going to shoot twice. He's got plenty of arrows, so he can reshoot. Doesn't need two 3s. He's going to take these two guys out. Alright, that brings him up to a 4. Samson's going to step once. He's going to trade with Baldric. I'm going to take all his food items and the apples I have, and I'm going to consume, and that's going to bring me up to 3 XP. Alright. And that's all I can do this round. I'm going to start next round. Yeah, that's all I got. Okay. Baldric. Baldric's going to step. Death Strike. So the brute to the east. Second action. Takes him out. Okay, that makes the sound token. Okay. That brings him up to 4. That's 1, 2. I got 2 more action. I could step and Death Strike again, but I'm only going to hit walkers in that case. Nelly's going to hand in. What I want to do? I want to hand in the repeating crossbow. I'm going to equip the hand crossbow. So she's going to dual wield repeating crossbows. I'm going to put the hammer in my hand. Oh, I thought. Oh, no, I do have it. Okay. Torch. Hold on to 2 short swords. And then I'm going to give this salted meat to Anne. She'll hold on to it for right now. Okay, so first action, trade. Second action, step. Third action, swing the hammer at the brute. Miss. And Silas is like, why'd you do that? You got in the way. Yeah, well, I'm sorry, but we got stuff to do here. Silas will go ahead. So has a torch out. He'll do a 2 search. Another hammer and another lightning bolt. Ooh. This is first action. Second action. hand the hammer to Samson. Samson will equip the hammer and the dagger together for now. Third action, I'm going to hand the lightning bolt. I'm going to give it to Baldric for now. Even though he can't use it because he's going to keep the Death Strike out. He can switch to it. Alright. So search, trade. Anne's going to bloodlust into this zone. It's her first action. Take out that walker. Second action, she's going to trade for the hammer. Okay, put one of her repeating crossbows in her backpack. Third action, she's going to swing the hammer and dagger combo. And that's going to take out that brute. Now, we're going to take one bite because there's a runner coming up. There's not much I can do about that. I kind of made a bad choice there. But you play the cards you have, so... Zombie's turn. Okay, so let's kind of do this a little bit backwards than I've been doing it. We'll move those guys first. Step, bite. I'm going to have him bite Nelly. Okay. This group is going to move. And then these guys are going to move. Alright, 1, 2, move, and move. This path is almost cleared out. Alright. And let's go. I should have ran all my guys to the east to join up, and I did not. Okay, we got an Abomination and a Necromancer in this first spot. Necromancer brings in 2 walkers. We got a Brute, and then in the last spot, a walker. Okay, so Abomination gets a move. Okay. Necromancer comes in. He brings a couple walkers with him. Alright. Brute comes in. It's these guys. And then a walker inside the building. And we will deal with stuff. Okay, Samson's turn. Samson's 1, 2, and for his third action, he's going to swing the hammer and dagger combo. 1, 2, 3, and he's going to take out the brute. Okay. All right. Baldric. He's going to blast a couple spells, and then, well, no. I'm going to go 1, 2, and then I'm going to blast a couple spells into this zone. It doesn't really matter if it's Death Strike or Lightning Bolt, because he's going to have to hit the walkers, and he's got to roll a 4 better in either case. So, but a couple spells, that gets 2 of them. Okay, in this zone. Alright. And that's a couple sound tokens, not that I think I'm going to be moving from here. Alright. That's him. Nelly. Nelly is going to trade No, I should take care of the current danger. So I'm going to give him the 2-hand crossbows. And I'm going to take the axe and the dagger. Okay. That's her first action. Second action, axe dagger. And she's going to take out the runner. Second action. And then third action, axe dagger. She's going to take out this. No. Because that'll level her. So let's just take out the runner. Call it good. Who's in there with her? She will give the other dagger to Anne. So now Anne's dual wielding daggers. And I'll pull the salted meat out of. I'll give the hammer to Anne. And I will dual wield swords. I'll put the axe in the backpack here. Okay, yeah. I think I can go one more round without leveling. Silas. 1, 2, 3. Okay, bring the crossbow. We can use that. All right. Anne's got 2 daggers. She's gonna attack this walker in her zone. That's 1 action. Second action. Fire the repeating crossbow. And she will take out this walker in this zone. That brings her up to 6. She's about to level. Third action. Don't think there's anything I want to do. Actually, third action, she's going to hand... Where are we at initiative-wise? Boldrick's going to start us off. Boldrick's going to start us off. She's going to give Samson the other... So he's got both hammers together. Okay. Clovis. 1, 2... And third action... nothing I can do. Alright. Just going to have Boldrick take over. Alright. So these 3 brutes step in. Brute Walker. Necromancer, a couple walkers. Abomination and his crew. These guys come down. Guys inside the building move. Okay, I was like, there hasn't been anybody spawning for a while in the building. But yeah, I did get a couple double spawns. Step, step, step. Hustle, step, and step. Okay. And we are still in blue until this round. This is about to go bad. Alright, so 1, 2, 3 spots there. 1 over here. 1 inside the building. Okay. I guess if we're going to do it, let's do it. Alright. So, walker and a runner. Walker and a runner. Over here. Down, we'll get a brute down here. And then inside the building, the necromancer is going to activate. And so he's going to take a step there. Alright. And it is Boldrick's turn. And Boldrick, as crazy as it seems, is going to grab both hammers. And he's going to put all the spells in his backpack for the moment. So he's going to grab both hammers. This first action. I hand off short sword. Second action, swing both hammers. Ooh, take out 2 of these. So he's leveled up. Third action, swing both hammers again. Take out this third one. So that gives him 9. He's leveled up. He's got 2 more actions now. He hasn't cast a spell yet, so he's gonna trade back the hammers and stuff. Okay. He will equip Death Strike and a Lightning Bolt. Actually, he's going to equip 2 Lightning Bolt, and he's going to keep the short sword, and he's going to give Samson the Death Strike. Alright, so trade, swing the hammer twice, that's 3 actions. Trade, he's got 1 action, so he's going to do 2 Lightning Bolts in this zone to take out this walker. Alright, well, double Lightning Bolt. And he's going to take him out. Alright, so we have leveled up. Alright, Nelly, we've leveled up. I think it's Abomination time then. She is going to give Samson some salted meat, which he is going to consume, and she is going to, at the same time, equip her Dragon Bile and Torch combo. Dragon Bile and Torch combo. Put her short swords in her back pocket. Okay. So that's her first action. Second action, step. Third action and fourth action. Remember that move was a free. She's gonna do the Dragon Bile. Then she's gonna do the Torch. She's gonna blow those guys up. Blow the Abomination up. And that will give her, that will level her up. And she will use her new action to step back. So let's see how much XP she got from doing that. So 5 for the Abomination. 6, 7, 2 brutes, 8, 9. So that gives her, takes her up to 15. She is almost up to the next level. Okay. Silas is going to start shooting his crossbow. So he's going to start in here with the brute. And 3 and a 4, that'll take out both of those. And I'm going to take out this spawner here. I don't have to deal with that anymore. So that's 2 XP. This is first action. Second action, I'm going to shoot into this zone and take out these 2 walkers. Yeah. Okay. He's got 2 more actions. So one of those actions is going to be to I'm going to trade with Samson, get the 2 hand crossbows. He can put one of the hammers in his hand. And then last action, hand those 2 hand crossbows to Nelly there. So she has some weapons equipped. Okay. So we can't really move this round since half our party's already acted and they're kind of stuck in this zone. So I think Anne's going to step into the building and search. So 1, 2, she gets a zombie, which I do have some, so she's a zombie. Her third action, she will go ahead and attack with her daggers. Takes out the zombie. That's going to level her up, giving her another action, which she'll use to step back out of the room. Okay. Rinse and repeat, right? I mean, I could torch up here, but step, search. Plenty of bolts. I know some people might appreciate that. Step outside. That's his 3 actions. Samson, step, search. Second Death Strike. And he'll equip both of those and step out. Okay. And we are ready to move on. We're going to start leveling up like crazy now. We are in the yellow. Half our party's in the level, or actually 2/3. Ant's in the level. Yellow also. But Clovis and Samson are lagging a little behind. 1, 2. These guys step. Building people step. Step. And step. Out here. Step. 1, 2, 1, 1, and 1. Okay. So if you notice now, for a necromancer, when he spawns to leave, he's going to have to travel this entire path. Because these are the only 2 active zones. And I'm going to try to keep it that way. If I open this building and another one spawns there, I'm going to try to take him out there. Alright. So 3. Speaking of who? Necromancer. And we are in the yellow. Okay. And then down here. Alright. So Necromancer comes in. And he brings with him 4 walkers. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we get a runner in this zone. And then all walkers are going to activate. So we're here. This walker, these walkers that just came in are going to activate. These walkers are going to activate. Walkers. Walker in the building. These walkers move. These walkers move. She moves. She moves. Alright. And then look who came back. The Abomination. Alright. Take him down and he comes right back. That's why I'm never in a really big hurry to wipe out the Abomination, because he'll just come back. And then things are messed up. We're going to be moving. So Nellie's going to step. She's going to, that's one action. She's going to shoot her 2 hand crossbows at the same time. Second action. Hit once. Third action, reload. Fourth action, fire again in her square. This time she hits on a 3, right? So she takes all those guys out. That's 4 hits. That takes her 5 XP. That takes her up to the next level. She's going to take Slippery. So now we're in the orange. Just like that. Step, shoot, reload, shoot, step. He's going to step into this zone. Alright. Who's got the hammers? Anybody got them equipped? Does not look like it. Samson has the hammers. So, Silas is going to grab the hammers from Samson. First action. Second action, equip Clovis with both hammers. Alright. Clovis is one of the guys who needs to level up, so. And Samson's got 2 death strikes. Not that it matters right now, but. And then last 2 actions, 1, 2. He's going to move up here. Alright, Nellie's going to bloodlust into this zone. Dual wielding daggers. She's going to take out those 2 walkers. That's her first action. Yeah, that's not that crazy. Baldrick's going to 1, 2. Using 2 hammers, and he gets a +1 to melee, which means this is something I always mess up. Okay, so when you get a +1 die, +1 dies, let's say melee, but it's going to affect Samson when he gets to yellow. +1 die to combat, same thing. Survivor's melee weapons roll an extra die for melee actions. Dual weapons gain a die each for a total of +2 die per melee action. So he's actually going to get to roll 4 dice because he's dual wielding daggers. So 1, 2, rolling 4 dice takes out one of these. Come on, Clovis. I am really trying to level you up, and you are not helping. So Samson's not going to be able to move there and trade because he doesn't have enough action. So he's going to Death Strike into this zone and take out the Walker. Okay, so he'll Death Strike into that zone. And then he'll move 2. And Baldric is going to have to go up there and show Clovis, I hope, how things are done. 1, 2, third action, grab the 2 hammers. I'll give you the lightning bolts for now. 1, 2, 3. Fourth action, swing the hammers and whiff. Okay, so he did not show him how it's done. Alright, so we have a brute in our zone. He's going to attack Samson. Samson's wearing armor. He gets a +1 on his defense, so he's got to roll a 3 or better. So no 1 or 2. Roll a 3. That's good enough. So he does not get bit. Alright, yeah, I'm just gonna... This is why I don't end up using the sound tokens most of the time, because unless you got your group split up, you know where the zombies are going. Especially with me, there's really usually only one path that the zombies can take anyway. 1, 2, doom, 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 and doom. Let's go ahead and spawn. So I'm just gonna kind of off to the side here. So 2 brutes, a runner, 3 walkers, necromancer, and then a runner. Okay, so 2 brutes, a runner, 3 walkers, the necromancer moves, and then a runner. Okay, and I think we're going to stop the video here, and we'll pick up on the second part of this. Now that we've leveled, things are going to start, more things are going to start happening. I'm probably going to, these guys need XP, but I think I'm going to run Nelly because she's the fastest this way. And I need to remember, there is a brute in here. Don't forget to wipe him out. So, okay. But thanks for watching. Take care.